Aloha! In this video we will be creating an assessment. Once you have your question pool set up and organized, it is time to create the actual assessment. We begin on the Assessments page of the TTS tool and click on Add. This takes you to a screen where you may enter the type, title, instructions, and parts for your test. The type option consists of test, assignment, and survey. The difference between test and assignment types is the icon that is displayed under the type section of the assessments list for both students and instructors. Let's switch to a student view. In this window, you can see the assessment list and the different icons in the type column. Now back to our new assessment. Keep in mind that you can use the TTS tool for assignments as well, versus using the assignment tool or the Dropbox tool. This allows you to use fewer tools while still having the functionality to accept inline submissions and attachments, grade, and provide feedback. The survey option does a few things. Most notably, it does not send to the gradebook, and while the instructor can view a submission and its answers, an instructor will not know who submitted the survey. Rather, you will receive a report with a breakdown of all answers submitted for each question. Do not choose survey if you need to tie a grade with the student. Survey is a good choice if you want to gather information while allowing the students to maintain anonymity. You won't even be able to tell if a certain student took the survey. Let's take a look at what you could see. This is under the grading options. So even when it comes to submissions, the students maintain anonymity. At the time of this tutorial, there is no option to export data from a survey, so it is not a viable option for course evaluations. Instead, you should use the system-wide eCafe tool, and you can get to this website by going to hawaii.edu/ecafe. For the purposes of this example, we will be working with the test option. Title is where you name your assessment. Some uniformity in titles will help keep things organized and easy to find for both you and your students. For example, if you have chapter quizzes and every 3 chapters you have a test, your naming scheme could be Chapter 01 Quiz, Chapter 02 Quiz, Chapter 03 Quiz, Unit 01 Test. The reason I included a 0 in front of the single-digit numbers is because if we go past 9, using 2 digits will keep the list alphabetical. Add instructions provide a place for you to give students instructions for the overall test. The students will be able to read the instructions before the beginning of the test. This means that if your test is timed, the students will be able to read the instructions before they begin the test and therefore begin the timer. Add parts is the place where you add the actual content. Each assessment is composed of 1 or more parts containing questions from 1 or more pools. To add a part by manually selecting questions, click on Add Manual Select. Begin by giving the part a title, though this is optional. And adding instructions if needed. If you will only have 1 part to your assessment, then you needn't give the part a title, and you can put the instructions in the assessment section instead of the part section. Now click on Select Questions. You will be taken to a list of all questions from all pools in the tool. With a few quick clicks, you can add filters to narrow it down by question pool and type. Check any questions you want to use, and click Done. On this screen, you can change the order of the questions. Because it's manual select, the order of the questions for all students will be the same as this list. You can add and remove until you're satisfied, and then click on Done to go back to the assessment page. You can then add another part, or save as is. To add a part by randomly drawing questions from a pool, click on Add Random Draw. Begin by giving the part a title, and add instructions if needed. Then type the number of questions you wish to draw from each pool. The total number of questions is shown along the bottom. Then you can add another part and or save as is. If you want to randomize the order of the questions within a question pool but want to use all the questions within the pool, make sure the number of the questions you wish to draw is the same as the max number of questions within the pool.